Hello, my name is Rafal and I would like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I would like to show you a technique which allows you to quickly change your lighting setup so you can go from low-key headshots to high-key headshots. This was one of my biggest frustrations when I started my headshot photography business, and my clients required two different type of images, and I had to pretty much just change my entire lighting setup, which was extremely time consuming. And I had to shoot first of all my low-key headshots, then I have to switch my lighting, and I had to shoot my high-key headshots. And as I said, this was extremely frustrating because I didn't want my clients to wait. And that was not only time consuming, but I have to test it. I have to make sure that everything is working. Not to mention, I had to have some additional equipment, different backgrounds, additional lights, and it was just so frustrating that at some point I said to myself, I have to come up with something which allows me to switch this back and forth, and depends what I need to shoot. I can do this quickly, efficiently, and I'm not going to waste my client's time and also my time to make this work. So let's jump into it, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. Probably some of you guys have seen this before because this is, I would say, well-known technique, but I'm going to show you how I'm doing this when it comes to my lighting setup and everything what I use to make this work. So let's start with discussing the equipment I'm using, and then we're going to jump into those two different type of lighting setups, and I'm going to show you how quickly you can change them and how you can efficiently adjust them, and you can shoot back and forth completely different types of headshots. So when it comes to the equipment, as you guys probably know, everyone who is following me for a while, I'm using speed lights, and in this case I'm going to be using two lighting setup. So when it comes to soft boxes, in this case, I'm using two deep octas from Chrome, and they're called Retouching. And the size of those soft boxes is 39 inches, which is about 100 centimeters in diameter. And I'm using two of them. So this is something which is extremely important, especially when it comes to the size of those soft boxes. So in addition, I'm using on the top of that my 37 inches reflector to create this really nice fill to cover some of those shadows. So let's start with my low-key headshots. So everyone, again, who is following me for a while, you guys probably know I'm a huge fan of Rembrandt lighting. So when it comes to my low-key headshots, I'm using my, as I said, my Rembrandt lighting, and I position my main light on right or left hand side of my subject. The main light is pointed 45 degrees downwards towards my subject, and on the opposite side I'm using the kicker light, which also is positioned 45 degrees downwards towards my subject to create this really nice separation from the background. When it comes to the background itself, everything which is dark, such as fabric, or you can buy some more advanced dark backgrounds which you can put behind your subject, and you will be good to go. You can add some additional light, but that's a little bit of a different story. I will do another video how to shoot three lighting setup. Let's focus on two light setup, and I'm gonna basically show you exactly how this whole thing works, so you don't have to use any specific lighting for the background. So this is my low key headshots, pretty much standard, straightforward, nothing complicated. So when it comes to the settings, I'm going to show you exactly what equipment I use, what the power of my lights was. You guys going to have this everything showcased right now, so you can see it exactly how the power output look like. You have to test this a little bit just to make sure everything is working properly for you. I know photographers using different type of lighting, so you have to figure out what works best for your specific lighting setup. Okay, so now how we can switch this quickly and efficiently into high key lighting setup for this type of headshot. So this is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. You pretty much have to take your kicker light and put behind your subject. And the coolest part about it is you don't even have to change the power output. In this case, I didn't change it. I just pretty much just put my kicker light behind my subject somewhere in the middle, And because I'm shooting around 200 millimeter focal length, the background gets even more compressed and you get this really nice pure white background. And you can switch back and forth, which is extremely convenient, extremely helpful. It doesn't take much time. Literally with few seconds you can just switch this back and forth, and you can just basically go from low key headshots to high key headshots without any changing your lighting setup. You don't have to change your background, you don't have to change literally anything. You have to just work with your kicker light moving back and forth, and you pretty much good to go. So that's the secret. I don't want to say secret, probably most of you guys already have seen that, but this is what I started using, and I have to say this was extremely convenient and was helpful, and I could shoot back and forth, as I said, different type of headshots. And speaking of that, I want to add this is extremely important, because what happens is if you can present to your clients different type of headshots, there's probability that they're going to buy more images from you. And on most of my sessions, I'm trying to shoot low key, high key, and also some cinematic ones. I'm not going to go into details right now how I'm shooting them, but those are the three different types of headshots I'm shooting with my clients to present them different type of images. And that gives me opportunity to sell more. And especially nowadays, when it comes to the headshot photography, this is our goal, to sell your clients more images, because that's how we make money. So having, in this case, two different types of lighting setup and two different type of images, that allows you to present more, and then you can just literally sell more to your clients. Okay, so let's jump into the actual images. I'm going to show you raw files, and you can just take a look how those images look straight from the camera. And then after simple retouching, which I've done to those images, you can see the final look. As you probably see, there's not much which I have to do. It's pretty straightforward, very quick fix, about 15 minutes per image, and those are the final looks of my headshots. So I hope that was interesting. I hope you like this presentation, and I hope this is going to help you with creating different types of backgrounds and different types of headshots for your headshot photography. And if you have any additional questions, if you have any things which you would like to ask, or it's not clear, or something which you don't understand, again, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help out. The one thing what I'm going to ask you, please send me emails, because I'm getting some comments sometimes, or they're getting hidden, or they're getting to spam, and then I just don't see those. So the best way to reach out to me is using the email, because then I know I have to respond to it, and there will be probably bigger chances that you're gonna hear back from me. Okay, so thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll chat with you guys very soon. Bye bye.